Alright guys, back with another pickups video and Woodlin, just for you, Lebex, my favourite. So Carl, I see your bottle of beer and I raise you one jazz cigarette. Oh yeah. Listening to MF Doom. Chill tracks, right. Pickups, here we go. Now first of all, there's something that I got over a month ago from a fellow YouTuber that I forgot to put in the last pickups video. And that is Harvest Moon on GameCube, which was sent to me by the 16-bit Brit. So thanks very much Adam for that. I said thanks in PM already, forgot to put it in the last video. I'm saying thanks again now. Awesome, thanks very much. He just sent me this out of the goodness of his own heart. How crazy is that? I said I'll keep an eye out for him on my travels to see, pick up something that he might like. So I still owe him for that one, definitely. He wasn't fishing for that, but I'm going to do that because he deserves it. Complete copy of Harvest Moon on GameCube for Nout. Beat that. Yeah. Well then, so that was cool. Only problem with jazz cigarettes is they keep going out if you're talking. Right. I was sent another game by a fellow YouTuber as well, and that game is the first Uncharted. Drake's Fortune Uncharted 1. As you might know from one of the previous videos I uploaded, I've been playing the second one and absolutely loved it, and I actually finished it in the space of about 3 days, which is rare for me to zoom through a game that much. That's how much it held my attention. Now just about to get started on the third one, and then this popped through the door. Oh yes. So I have started playing this already. Really cool. You can obviously see they made a lot of evolution with the control, the graphics, the interaction with the scenery. There's a lot of improvements to the second one. You can see that this is a simplified version, but so far very enjoyable. Really loving this. And this was from Tino777. Tino, thanks very much mate, much appreciated. Now he again was just going to give this to me for now, out of the goodness of his own heart. I mean, what's going on around here, YouTube? It's amazing. But I couldn't let it stand at that, so I have sent him something back, and maybe he'll put that in a pickup video himself or something, but I couldn't just leave it at that. I had to send him something back, so I did. So it's kind of a trade, but he did send me this basically for nothing initially. Uncharted 1, so really happy to have the whole trilogy now of that game. Now then, I did go on a game hunting trip to Sheffield. Well, I went to see a friend there and I thought I'd look in the shops in Sheffield whilst I was there. Now I'd heard there was another store of Playtime store rather. There, we got one in Nottingham and they're really good because they stocked the old stuff, the retro stuff as well. And I went in there and there were some fairly decent deals, you know. The prices on them, well they know what they've got in those stores, don't they? But yeah, there's some interesting stuff. But I didn't pick anything up on that occasion, so that Sheffield trip was a bit of a bust when it comes to game hunting. So if anybody in the Sheffield area knows some, and I think Daz does, I think Daz knows some places in Sheffield where they do retro, other than Playtime, that I might have missed. So next time I'm in town, I shall try and see if there's anywhere else. But the Playtime in Nottingham, I did pick some things up, and now to show you them next. Right. Here we go, from Playtime in Nottingham. Now ignore the prices on the boxes because that's not what I paid, but I'll get to that I guess at the end. So the first one I got is Wipeout 2097. It's probably my favourite Wipeout in the series. Bloody love this game, really cool. Refined, the control of the first one obviously is just a bit smoother. You crash into the walls a bit, you know, a bit less kind of thing. But just so cool, such a cool game. And so I had to get the original. And you know, on these PlayStation 1 Platinums, I don't really mind so much being the Platinum version because it doesn't look that much, it doesn't look crap like the Xbox ones do. So, Wipeout 2097. I also got Obscure on the original Xbox. Like I say, up there it says for £5, but I'll get to that. It's complete. I don't know much about this other than it's obviously kind of Resident Evil clone in the style of the first few Resident Evils, and graphics look good from screenshots. I've not really read much about it other than the style of game that it is. So, but I like those those kind of games. So see what that's all about. Now, so let's show this one first. Right, I got Time Splitters 2, which amazingly I didn't have already, and it was there for £1, and that's an absolute classic game. I know it's common as much, that's why it's cheap, but for £1, I mean that's Time Splitter 2 is an awesome game. I really enjoyed that the first time around. Right, now this game. Now I know you don't have to tell me, okay, that this game is best played on its original format, which was the Dreamcast. And I know Adam Koralik is going to tell me. And I already know that, Adam, so you don't need to tell me. Listen, you own this copy as well, right? You own it on this system as well, so don't have a go. Anyway, I got Shenmue 2 on the Xbox. £13 it was priced at. I thought that was pretty good until I took it to the counter and it didn't have the movie disc. It's only got the game in it and the manual, so there's no movie disc in there, so it's kind of incomplete. And Playtime said that with the movie disc they stock it for about £16, so a little bit more than it usually goes for eBay, but I didn't really mind. I'm sure I can pick up that movie disc somewhere anyway, so £13 just to have that in the collection because I didn't already is awesome. But as Adam Koralik has pointed out recently in some of his vids on Shenmue, that it's really better to be playing on the Dreamcast, because not only are there so many interesting and intricate kind of details that are carried over from your save file from the first game onto the second, it also has the Japanese speech, which is just more authentic. It just sounds way cooler. The English dubbing on the Xbox version is it's a bit shit. So by all accounts, it is definitely best to play it on Dreamcast. But I love the game. Look at the name of my channel. Come on, so I had to have it. So there we go. And the last one I got from Playtime was Heavy Rain. Of course, one of the absolute must-haves for the system. Starting to pick up the exclusives on PS3. Xbox is still my preferred console just because it's so much easier. And those updates, man, those PlayStation 3 updates, how have you put up with them? They're so long, oh my gosh. But yeah, so I'm picking up the exclusives though, and I got them all down from these prices. I mean, everywhere in town is basically selling that for £10 anyway, so to say it's £12, everywhere selling this game for £10. Yeah, so these, wait, not that one. These basically came to a total of £34. So you got Wipeout, again, Time Splitters, Obscure, Shenmue 2 and Heavy Rain. They came to about I think 34, and I asked him, would you do it for 28? And he said, yeah, just. So I think £28 for that is not too bad. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting into Heavy Rain, but I still haven't got a six axis controller. I still haven't got the PlayStation 3 controller. I'm still using the PlayStation 2 one. So I don't know how much of this game relies on the motion control. If it's probably worth waiting to start this until I've got one of those. Anybody who's played it will let me know. But I know there's some controls in there where you have to use the motion control, but I don't know how much. So, but I did play a little bit of this. When my friend got it years ago, and really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to love that one. So, again, you know, the price is there. Even getting them down to £28, it's still probably a little bit over what you could if you scoured the internet and all that kind of thing. But I kind of realised, fuck it, for a couple of quid I'd probably save. I don't care, and I like to support the local indie stores as well, so that's good. Right, now then, from a market in Leeds. As I was getting the coach from Nottingham up north, and we stopped off at Leeds, and I jumped out and had a look on the market, and saw this game there, and it's Oblivion, and it's the Game of the Year edition. So it includes Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles, so extra kind of DLC. But now, can anybody who's played this or knows, let me know, and I can probably do some research. But it's much more fun to ask each other these questions. I know I can just go and Google it, but you can tell me in comments. It's, you know. What I was going to ask is the DLC actually on the discs? Because more recent Game of the Year editions have come out, and the extra content is a download code. So it's the exact same disc, it's just got a download code for the DLC, which is ridiculous. That's not a Game of the Year edition. To go to the bother of packaging it differently and re-releasing this Game of the Year edition, and it's just a download code. Oh, it's just, well, it sticks in my craw. So let me know if that content is actually on the discs, and if it is, that's awesome. Right, what else we got? Now then, I found some things that I'd forgotten I'd had, which was a bit of a bonus. As I was a bit of a clear up, and yeah, I actually found some stuff that I'd completely forgotten I had. First of which was Panzer Dragoon on the Sega Saturn. So that goes straight into the collection. Which is not that big. I've got about 10 Saturn games, I think. But yeah, I completely forgotten I had that, so that's cool. And to go with it, I completely forgotten I actually had a Saturn console. This feels like a pickup to me. I haven't played on this thing for nearly a decade. And it's been stored away, and I just, every time I kind of looked at the Saturn games and seen no console around, I kind of assumed that I must have sold it, I've done something with it, and I was just going to get one back in the future. But yeah, I have actually got one. It's in pretty decent nick, so this feels like a pickup, lads. So I got myself a Saturn. Awesome. I also found a spare Mega Drive. This came with a big bundle that I got a while back. Obviously didn't need the console, so if anybody wants this, actually I'm just going to give this to someone if you want to pay the postage. So it's obviously got I think it's RF, it's got a joypad, power pack and that. So if anybody wants a free Mega Drive, you just want to pay the postage on it. I don't know if that works out worth it anyway, because if you're going to pick one up locally, you'd probably spend the same on what it'd be to post it. Maybe, I don't know if it'd be worth it, but if somebody wants it, you can have it. So there's that. Oh yeah, the other thing that I found whilst rediscovering all these lost gaming relics that I got was I didn't realise I had an arcade power stick, and again this feels like a pickup because I don't think I've ever used this. I must have bought this like years ago and just never got around to using it, and it's still nice and smooth and responsive, and you know, connoisseurs such as Darren Walshock will tell you that this is the, well, he'll tell you the Japanese version of this is the best controller you can get for the Mega Drive, but the European version is still really comfortable and really good to use. It's just not micro switched. Oh, Europe, why did you screw us so badly? Anyway, but awesome, and that feels like a pickup. Like I said, really solid, really weighty. I think it must have a metal base. Yeah, it's nice and heavy. But that means that basically, because if you've been watching me for a while, this channel for a while, you'll know that I'd picked up a couple of joysticks thinking that I didn't have one. The first one I picked up was this, and this is micro switched. This is Cytec, apparently. Cytec Mega Master 2. So it's really good, it's micro switched, it's nice. And then I went and picked up the daddy of joysticks on the Mega Drive, is this one here, LMP arcade joystick. Which again is micro switched. So now I have 3 arcade joysticks. Not sure if I need all of them. I'm thinking about trading this off. So if anybody wants to trade for a really good micro switched joystick, let me know. Because I don't need 3. That's just mental. Yeah. So I think that's all my pickups. Yeah. That's it, guys. Keep it nice and short. See you next video. Bye bye.